Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is the link between Candida and heavy metals, especially mercury. It's a link I myself had been missing for years in my healing journey, and I only wish I'd found out about it earlier. It would have saved me so much time and suffering. Also, if you watch this video till the end, I'm going to announce a very exciting giveaway because it's my birthday tomorrow, the 13th of October. And so I really want to celebrate it by giving back to you guys because you've been supporting me since 2013. And I haven't done any giveaway since reaching 1,000 subscribers, I think, so it's about time. I also feel that it's important to make this video because obviously in my head everything is clear, all the connections are made, but for you guys sometimes my steps might be a little bit unexplainable, and perhaps you think that I'm just jumping from one thing to another, but actually it was a very natural progression for me to get from thinking about gut dysbiosis or gut bacteria imbalance, then moving to Candida, and finally from Candida to heavy metals. I was just gradually moving towards the root cause because all kinds of parasites, bad bacteria in the gut, Candida, they're all just symptoms of the same thing, of the same root cause, and the root cause is heavy metals. That's why I'm now all about heavy metals and detoxing heavy metals, because I believe that's the root cause of so many issues in today's world. In fact, most chronic illnesses today are environmental illnesses, so that are due to all kinds of pollutants in the world, the heavy metals, the pesticides, all the chemicals we get from the food and from the air and from the water. That's why if we just address the symptoms like the parasites and the Candida and all the chronic illnesses without actually addressing those root causes, which is the environmental pollution, we are not going to have lasting results. And heavy metal toxicity, especially mercury toxicity, when it comes to Candida, it's a clear root cause. For example, Dr. Trowbridge has found that 98% of people with Candida also have mercury toxicity. So if you have Candida, you can be pretty much sure that you have mercury toxicity. So you might think of Candida as a villain that needs to be eradicated, is something that is so bad for you, but in reality, in this case, Candida is actually there for a reason, because it's trying to protect your cells from a certain death or damage. Candida is actually your friend. Your body won't actually die or get seriously damaged with Candida. Yes, there will be lots of other health issues, but less serious than the actual damage from the heavy metals. So it's a deal our body makes with Candida or parasites or bad bacteria in order to stay alive. Dr. Klinghardt, who is very well known, an environmental doctor who is working a lot with heavy metal toxicity and Candida, he says the majority of fungal conditions or chronic infections should be considered a conscious adaptation of the immune system to an otherwise lethal environment by heavy metals. Mercury suffocates the mechanism and can cause respiratory intracellular cell death. So the immune system reaches a compromise, grow bacteria and yeasts that can bind large amounts of toxic metals. Candida collects all the heavy metals from the areas where it normally lives, like the intestines, the mouth, esophagus, our skin, eyes, reproductive organs, and then stores them in its biofilm and on its skin, or it's also called the cell wall. So that's how it protects our body from those heavy metals, by storing it safely away. And you're protected as long as Candida is happy, alive, and well fed. So what happens when you try to kill it with antifungals and all kinds of herbs and supplements? Well, what happens is that Candida starts exploding and the biofilm starts disintegrating. And when that happens, a lot of the heavy metals that were trapped get released into our bodies. So when Candida dies off, it already releases a lot of the other toxins that it carries in itself. But when you add heavy metals on top of it, you can see why it's really easy for our detox pathways to get overwhelmed and blocked, especially if we have the MTHFR mutations. So you might get a temporary relief from the Candida symptoms, but that will be replaced by the heavy metal symptoms and all the die-off symptoms from all the toxins that get released. And at the same time, because your detox pathways are blocked and overwhelmed, it's very likely that those heavy metals will also be redistributed, or in other words, will be deposited somewhere else in the body. So that is really not a good idea to start all kinds of restrictive diets and all kinds of antifungals before actually addressing the heavy metals first. Plus, it's impossible to get rid of a Candida as long as you have heavy metals. So you might be on a low carb diet, or you might be taking strong antifungals and you might be feeling great, but as soon as you stop taking them, or as soon as you relax your diet a little bit, just once, all your symptoms come back and you basically have to start from the beginning again. And it's just not a way to live. It's such a restrictive lifestyle and such a vicious circle. Is just not a way to live. Because Candida feeds on those heavy metals and needs them for survival, for having a perfect environment where to live. When you start detoxing heavy metals, the environment changes. The terrain is not hospitable for Candida and other parasites anymore. And so without even doing anything specifically for Candida or other parasites, they start leaving all by itself just by addressing the mercury toxicity and all the other heavy metal toxicities. It's really all about the terrain. Make it inhospitable, and all those critters will leave without any restrictive diets or any strong antifungals. Everything will just happen naturally, and that's always the best way. Getting rid of heavy metals also changes the pH in your intestines and makes the environment more favorable for all the good bacteria and less favorable for all the bad bacteria and the Candida and the parasites. So essentially all the good bacteria can start proliferating, can start getting stronger, and once they're stronger, they will not allow the Candida to get out of control again. So that's how you get out of that vicious circle forever. And if you've been watching my videos lately, you will already know that I'm detoxing my heavy metals, namely mercury and aluminum in my case, with a product called TRS. It's a gentle heavy metal detox based on nanozeolite, and it's really the gentlest and most effective way to detox heavy metals out there. I literally shout about it from all the rooftops because it's amazing. It's been so helpful for me in my healing journey. If I have to recommend just one thing to anyone when it comes to heavy metal detox or getting rid of parasites and Candida, TRS is what I would recommend wholeheartedly. If you open up the description box under the video, I will leave you a few links where you can read more about TRS. Also a few videos I've made about it already, about my experience with it, what it is, how it works. So now the exciting part, let's talk about the giveaway. I decided to give away 3 bottles of TRS, 1 on YouTube, 1 on my Facebook group, and 1 on Instagram. All you have to do to win is tell me down in the comments which of the videos I made is your favorite of all times. Just one video. Let me know. I'm super curious to know what has made the biggest impact for you, and I hope you win. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that you found this information interesting. Honestly, knowing this link literally changed my life, and I'm not really exaggerating at all. Heavy metals are everywhere today, and we all have chronic issues due to all these environmental toxins. So it's a topic that we need to talk about. More people need to know, so feel free to share this information with your loved ones. Also, don't forget to go to my Facebook group, Facebook TRS and Self-Healing Support Group, to win another bottle. And bear in mind that the group is still very small. There's just over 20 members in it, so the chances of winning are actually much higher there. And also my Instagram, I'm going to give away 1 bottle there too. I'm going to leave all the links down in the description box. So good luck once again. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.